Namaste, Hare Krishna. Welcome. I'm always very honored and very happy to interview Prem Prayojan Prabhu, who is such a kind person and scholar person, and who has been practicing more than 30 years Bhakti Yoga. And also who has been awarded as an international ambassador by United Nations, and also who would be receiving a Medal of Honor the next days as Vice President of Interreligious Dialogue by the International Commission of TRIPS, which components are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Welcome, Prabhu. Thank you very much for your time. So my question is regarding that nowadays all the societies are going through a social, political, and environment crisis. Not only in this famous case that now is happening now in South America, like Bolivia, Venezuela, Brazil, but all over the world. So what will be your message and your advice to, from the point of view of the spirituality and from the point of view of the Vedas, for the common people, for the every living entity, to find peace and to be peaceful in the middle of this struggling, in the middle of this crisis, and also how the living entity can live with more empathy to each other, to help each other in one harmonious society, and also how the religion is related, how the real religion is related to this political, social crisis.
So you've raised a number of very complex issues, but fortunately I can present an answer to that because there was a great saint thousands of years ago named Prahlad Maharaj, and each one of your questions is already answered in one verse of poetry. Swastyastu visvasa kala prasidatham jayantu bhutani shivan mitodya. The meaning is, first of all, he's saying that swastyastu visvasa, may there be auspiciousness throughout the whole world, throughout the whole universe even. Swasti, su asti. Asti means existence and su means beautiful. May everyone's existence be beautiful. Not only the good people, but kala prasidatam, even wicked persons, they should be satisfied. You see, the thing is, now there is a mentality that everyone is basically the same. But actually, this is not true. Some persons have inclination towards peacefulness and being in harmony with others. And some persons are hell-bent on destruction and domination of others. These are two types of nature. And these two types of nature will always be present in the world. So we cannot attain peace just by saying, let's be peaceful. Because always there will be one faction who is aggressive and one faction who wants peace, but they cannot have peace because of the aggressive faction. So it's very complicated. So what is the answer? How is it possible that there can be auspiciousness and even the wicked persons can be satisfied? So then he said, Jayantu Bhutani Shivan Mitodaya. We can have the peacefulness and auspiciousness in our life when each person is meditating on how the welfare of the other people. But then the question comes, why is it that we are meditating only on our own personal gain and not meditating on the welfare of others? Manas padre vajatam padatat adoksaje. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, the reason for this is because our consciousness is polluted. When the consciousness is not pure, then always there is a lust, anger, greed, pride, illusion and enviousness towards other people. So then the question goes to the next step. How can the consciousness be pure? The consciousness can be pure only by agasyatam, nomati apyahoituki, when our consciousness is absorbed in God. You see? So here the whole relationship is given. How can there be peace in the world? And what is the relationship of religion to the peace in the world? When the people remember the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, their minds become pure, and only then they can think about each other's welfare, and then there's the world of peace. So you should know that the harmony and organization of the world goes on by prana. By prana. If your breathing is not very slow and peaceful, then all types of stress comes in the mind and in the body, and many diseases come. But when the breathing, the prana, is very, very slow and peaceful, automatically, even on a cellular level, even on the very microbiological level, the organization of the body into its perfect functioning begins to take place. So this can be shown very scientifically. So similarly, the prana is not only in the body, but there is a cosmic prana, which is everywhere in the world, in society, in the planet, in the universe. And when the prana of a person, or the world, if you like, becomes disturbed, then it's very difficult to bring it back into equilibrium. But when people come together and they glorify God, even if you are a Christian, but you are singing the glories of God, if you are Muslim, but you are singing the glories of God, if you are Hindu, whatever religion, but you sing the glories of God, then the transcendental prana, spiritual energy, becomes mixed in with your own prana, and then you become an instrument for the will of God within the world. Because everyone is suffering due to their own karma. Due to karma. It's just like if you have a mold of some shape, some part of a machine, and you pour the metal into the mold, then when the metal dries, it will be exactly according to that mold. So, in the same way, everyone has already made the mold of their karma. And now time is just pouring in the ingredients, and it's manifesting before your eyes. So you are thinking that this situation is coming, this difficult situation is coming, and it's happening just now. But actually the mold was already made, and the situation is just manifesting now. But the mold was made before by the activities of the people. When they perform the godless activities, when they perform sinful activities, they make the mold, and in the future, then they have to see the product that they've created for themselves. So the only way to break the mold, to adjust the destiny and attain auspiciousness and peace in one's life is bhakti, devotion to God. And so this devotion manifests especially when people come together and they loudly praise God in the singing the hymns and glorifying the name of God. Then the spiritual energy comes and overrides the material prana, and then your life, your consciousness, and your whole society becomes the divine in nature and harmonious in nature.
So you will suggest that this process is individual? I mean, it's beginning from the one individual consciousness and spread all over consciousness?
Yes. It can be individual and also collective. That means that if everyone will sing the names of God, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, from the heart with devotion together, then the whole society will change. And if people don't come together, then don't think that there's an obstacle. Just you as an individual, you can meditate by chanting the names of God, and your individual situation will rise above the difficulties of your environment, and you'll feel spiritual peace and spiritual happiness.
So from this spiritual peace, also the people will perform their duties in more balanced, more loving
Yes.
way.
Yes. Absolutely. We cannot have an absolute equality in society. We can have in society equal opportunities, but still everyone is born with particular God-given talents, and also by their own karma. Also, people have particular weaknesses as well. So some people, they will have the qualification or the skill for the academic study, for science, some people for management, some people for crafts, some people for farming. So let every person, according to their skills, according to their talents, utilize their talents to contribute to the social body, and not see that one is high and one is low, but all aspects of the social body are necessary. The intellectuals are necessary, the administrators are necessary, the merchants are necessary, and the laborers and the artists, the artisans with their crafts and skills. All these different parts of society are necessary parts of the social body. Just like your feet is lower than your head, but still you don't want to lose your feet. Your feet are also very important to transport the head wherever he wants to go. So in this way, there should be respect for everyone in each level of society. Their contribution and their work should be valued and compensated in a fair and just way. And in this way, each person can do their duty as an offering to God. And this is where the real equality lies, that wherever you are in society, whether you are very wealthy and have a great responsibility, or whether you have some small farming or small business, everyone has an equal opportunity to do their duty with dignity and with respect for others, with responsibility, and they can pray, "Oh my Lord, all my duties I am performing this, I am doing this for your pleasure." And so each and every person has an equal opportunity to be purified and to connect with God.
And I know that many of the audience are following you, and of course we can find more information in all your classes and all the links that are below this video. And if you can tell us very kindly, how will be your tour for the next year, so many people can join your programs over there?
Yes. So you can see our Chaitanya.academy website, also my Facebook page and other pages of Chaitanya Academy. Essentially, just now I will be in Delhi, and then after that there will be a brief tour of America, in North Carolina, and then in the new year we'll have a festival in Moscow in the beginning of January, and then we'll be in Dubai, and then in Mumbai, and then we'll return to India, and in springtime we'll have a parikrama, pilgrimage in Navadvip for 1 week, and after that we'll return to Vrindavan, and our festival will continue for another 10 days after the Navadvip parikrama. Then in the early summertime we'll be in New Zealand and Australia and perhaps China as well, and then after that we'll make a tour in North America and South America, and then we'll come over to Europe. We'll be in Spain, Switzerland, Berlin, in Germany, in Italy, and in 3 cities in Russia: Moscow, Astrakhan, and St. Petersburg, and also Lithuania. So all the dates and details you can find from our website and Facebook pages.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for your time.
You're most welcome. Hare Krishna.